Assist hooks are very important and you will need them when you go on a jigging trip. Usually, each trip you'll use about 4 to 5 assist hooks, and after a few trips, it adds up to a lot of money. So the good thing about tying your own assist hook is that you can really save a lot of money. Because when you buy outside, one packet has 2 sets usually. It's about $6.50 to $10 plus, I guess. Yeah, depending on which brand you go for. And when you tie it yourself, I did some calculations, it's about $1.50 to $2 depending on which brand you go for when you choose your material also. So recently, I've been learning how to tie assist hooks. I've been watching videos online, I've been asking people around, and the information was very scattered and vague. So that's why we decided to make this video to properly share with you how to tie your own decent assist hooks. Personally, I feel that this is a very good skill to learn. Firstly, you can save money, you can tie for your friends, you can customize the length you want, the color you want, and also maybe for some people you might want to use this skill to maybe make some extra pocket money for yourself by selling assist hooks online. But just a disclaimer, this is my way of tying. It works for me, works for my friends, and if you have a better way of tying it, please share with us down in the comment below, or maybe you can even make your own video and share with us. So without further ado, let's start on the tools that you will need for assist hook tying. The tools that we're needing to tie assist hooks are firstly a fly vise, a fly tying vise, marlin wire. You also need a bobbin, a sharp pair of scissors, and some cheap braid, PE braid, and also a UV torch. Yep. And now let's move on to the materials that you will need to tie your assist hooks. Firstly, you need your hooks, your jigging hooks, assist cord, solid ring, a bunch of fly threads, super glue, tinsels, and lastly the UV resin. Okay, firstly I will start with the assist cord. How long to cut? It depends on your jig length, the jig that you want to use. 40-gram jig. Okay, usually you use this for your Malaysia trip, your Pulau Sibu, Pulau Au, for your e-bag. Assist hooks to be maybe about half. Or some people, they like it shorter, but for me, I will go half or more. I measure like this. Yeah, but don't go too short. You can go a bit longer, it's okay. Now I'll just go a bit longer, so I'll cut over here. And now we have this. You may be thinking, why is it so long? But my jig is just like that. Because I'm going to splice the assist cord. This is actually PE core. So assist cord, they come in a variety. They have PE core, they have nylon fluoro core, they have wire core. You can pull it out. This one, throw away. Okay, you only need this part. Now for the splicing. What is splicing? Splicing means you have to put this cord through itself and go in, and then this thing will become this long, this short, and it'll just be one line. Basically, it's putting the line through itself. Yeah. I'm going to use the marlin wire to splice. This marlin wire, right, I cut a portion out from the spool, and I bend it into half. You can see, right? I bend it into half, and because the end is very sharp, so I tape it up with a duct tape. Okay, like this. Okay, I'm going to start splicing now. So because this cord is hollow, marlin wire can actually go through the middle. Don't go through all the way, maybe about half. About half. Okay, it's not half yet. This part is longer. Okay, it's about half already. Right? What you have to do is to push or twist a bit gently. Push the wire through. So it actually pokes, the wire will poke through the assist cord. And now you need your solid ring. So take your solid ring, put it in like this. Open up the wire, put this inside. Okay, it will somehow like clamp it on, clamp this end. If you don't have this, go and watch back again. Yeah. So what you want to do, you just have to push this cord, move it down to the tip, and can just gently rub it, twist a bit, and it will go through. Don't stop, keep going, keep going. There. Have to remove, put your wire one side, push it down hard. After that, straighten it out nicely. And there you go, this is how you splice. So this is what they do, they splice the assist cord. Okay, now I'm going to cut another portion out. After that, I remove the cord, pull out the cord, throw it away. About half, press it through, you get this. And now this is how you attach a double. Just now the one that we did. Put the split ring through, the solid ring, sorry. Again. Okay, like this, same thing. Just slowly, gently rub. Don't pull too hard. If you pull or push too hard, sometimes it may not go through. So what you have to do, you have to be gentle, and then slowly it will come out. You pull it tight, flatten it out, and this is your double splice. Next part will be putting on the hooks. So I want my hook to be roughly around here. We are going to poke the assist cord using the hook. Make sure that this solid ring is facing upwards. Okay, just poke through, and now, okay, now you get this. See? Now you put a hook on the vise. Okay, after that, tighten. First, you want to make you want to wrap 2 rounds of base layer. Okay, so you go like this. Hold it this way, hold it tight. Hold it tight. 1, okay. Doesn't matter how many wrap. Back again. Do a cross wrap, a slanted wrap. Until here, okay, leave it. This tag end, cut it off. Okay, all you have to do is to just gently shift it in. Now it's stuck already. Okay. Then you have to flip this down like this. Flip the assist cord down. You have this thing pointing up. But this is too long. So I'll just cut roughly around here. Okay, this will do. And then you just have to hold it. Use your fingers. Hold it this way. Pull a bit out. Start wrapping. 1. Put it around here. Okay. Now you will see this short bump here. Prick it a bit, you see? You can see. Prick it a bit. Make it look very furry, hairy, so that when you wrap, it'll be very nice, slick. Before I continue to wrap my thread all the way down, I can start adding my tinsels now at this point. Grab a bunch. Usually I like to count, I like to standardize. I'll have 4. 4 blue, because I want my tinsels to be mainly or look more blue, so I have more blue. I like to add this flat flasher. Make sure they are all equal length over here, the end equal length. Move to the middle, measure. Okay, fold into half. After that, fold into another half. So you fold twice. You halve it twice. And now you have this. A bit messy, no worries, because you're going to cut it later. Okay, so now you have this, you fold it, you halve it 2 times. Put it over here and just start wrapping. Continue wrapping. Wrap, wrap, wrap. After that, I wrap down already. I'm gonna wrap up again. And if you remember just now, the base layer I did 1, 2, now I'm going like 3 and back up 4. Okay, until here. Then I go back down 5. Okay. One time and slowly stack it, align it. Yep. Reach here already. Then I go back up 6. Okay, now I reach here already. I'm going to make a knot over here. And this knot, some people they like to do the half hitch, they like to turn, but for me, I found an easier way to do it because it works very well for me. It's called the pull-through loop method. And that's where my cheap PE line comes in. Cut it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a loop. Okay, this is the loop. Put it on top. 1. See, the first time I do this, my PE line will go down with it. So I do 1 already. The weight is holding it already. I'll slowly shift it up to the top here. Press it down a bit. I go 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you have this part. Pull a bit longer. Tap here. Why I leave it so long? Why I pull so long? Because I want to wrap around my thumb this way. This part. See? This is why I wrap around my thumb. So the thing doesn't drop. The bobbin won't drop. Now, take this end. Take the end of the thread. Go through the loop over here. Go through the loop like this. Now it's inside already. All you have to do is just to take this end of the P line, these two ends hanging over here, pick it up, and then you give it a fast pull, and it go in already. After that, you cut off this stack end over here. The super glue is just to secure it. You don't need to use a lot. Just going to tap like one drip on the knot where I did the pull-through method. And just spread it. I like to spread it around. Yeah, some people will just drip it on the knot and let it dry. Now grab your tinsels. All this messy part, you have to chop it off and just cut. And there you have it. This is part 1. This is the first part of your double assist hook. I'm going to tie another one over here, but this time it's going to be the second hook. It's going to be shorter over here. The confusing part is this part. How you know which direction to put this hook through? If you put it like this, then wrong already. You need the hook to be facing outwards like this. I'll keep my assist hook, this one, the tight one, I'll keep it on here. All you have to do is hook like this, go down through like this. Make sure this solid ring is pointing up. Make sure it isn't like this. Make sure it's pointing upwards. I'm going to put through about half. For me, this is the ideal length for me. Okay, so you put through already. Again, it'll be like this. Now you are thinking, if it's like this, if I flip it the other way around, it's going to be like this. When you tie it, it's going to be like this. See? Because you need this cord to be on the outer part of the shank. See? One is like this, one is like this. Okay, clamp it already. Now let's start tying the second one. Same thing. For this hook, I'm not going to add any tinsels. I'm just going to wrap all the way. Okay, why I'm not going to add tinsels here, you probably have seen some hooks outside where they have two hooks, both have tinsels on. If both hooks have tinsels, right, it actually adds more resistance to the sinking rate, or it'll affect the sinking or something like that. I actually tried only putting on one side tinsels. It also catch me a lot of fish. Just a bit over here will do. And now we have the assist hook. It's about 80% done already. We just have one final step. Coat it with the UV clear epoxy. Now the reason why, last time when my friends dyed for me, right, they just put super glue, it works. But after a while, when you keep getting those kind of toothy fish, the teeth may actually rub. And then the thread, I actually saw the thread coming out a bit. So I like to have a layer of protection, a hard layer of protection for my assist hook. I'm gonna put the UV epoxy, the UV resin on. See? It's very gooey. Like this. So just spread it across, around the whole hook. Make sure it's properly covered. Just one layer. Oh. Okay, this thing it doesn't dry like super glue, so that's why you need the UV torch. Let's shine this. For maybe about like 10 seconds to let it dry. Okay, now this is the final product. Okay. Okay, and that's how you tie your own assist hooks. I really hope that you guys can learn something from this video today. I really hope that this can help you save some money. Please help to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and I'll see you next time.